Welcome to the Will and Tom Show on the 17th of January
Jesus.
2015. This is the 6th episode.
Exactly.
And with me, of course, Will, and spoiler alert,
Tom?
Tom.
Why did you say with me, of course, Will?
I don't know. I guess I cocked it up.
That really sounds like, basically,
I know what I wanted to
myself.
say. I wanted to say the Will and Tom Show with, of course,
Yeah.
Will, and... But I think I do something in between. Yeah, I tried to do the date and that threw me off.
Oh, okay.
So
Anyways, so
it's quite late. I mean, it's nearly 11.
Yeah,
in the
it is
evening.
late. Yeah,
So
we
it's
had a long day.
PM.
We had food,
Very good food.
but we already.
But that
had-
was last episode.
Exactly. Have you seen the latest episode of Game of Thrones? Where
Fuck off.
what's
Has it
his
started
name?
yet?
Who?
Game of Thrones, the new season.
Yeah.
No way.
I think that what if the final season of the last episode was actually the last episode of the final season of the previous season was quite a cliffhanger, especially when what's his face, Rob fell. And
Rob is dead.
Spoiler! I only watched like the first season and a bit
And then why did you say the last season?
because I wanted to spoil you.
But I'm up to date with this.
Oh, that
with the
sucks
show.
balls.
Yeah.
So as you might have guessed, our topic today is spoilers.
I thought we were going to talk about these hideous things on the backs of cars.
Picture me looking sad in the corner of the room and just trying not to look at Will's face right now.
It's difficult. My
Yeah,
face
so we're
is
talking
everywhere.
about
Spoiler alert! Yeah,
exactly, spoilers.
spoilers. Yeah,
And what do we make of them? Do we like them?
some people like them, some people don't.
Well, they're different kind of spoilers.
Is there
I
sugar
think.
in my tea?
What?
Is there sugar in my tea?
If you put something in your tea, then there's sugar in your tea.
I didn't.
No.
You didn't either.
No, then you need to leave now.
And I'm going to do that. I'll
No,
just,
please do that. That would be absolutely brilliant.
that I'd leave to get sugar.
Yes, I would love that.
This is absolutely the thing that we wanted to stop.
No,
Okay,
that is
I'm going to
brilliant.
get
But
sugar.
please don't forget to put your headphones
Well,
off.
don't.
Okay, I'm just saying.
While I'm speaking, I don't want to do that. Anyway, I take mostly one or half a spoon or something of sugar in my tea, and
Apparently, it's my job now to prepare your tea, also with sugar.
I'm kind of liking this divide of rules. Anyway, well, you keep me entertained, though. Eh?
There was a guy walking
I mean,
past.
I'm the mix master here.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah, I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. There was a guy walking past our window, and he was.
I'm too
walking-
interested in this. I'm not leaving.
You can still hear me talk. You can actually hear me talk when you put your headphones off.
Yeah, that's true.
That is a brilliant thing. That's
but now
called your ear.
I can't hear myself now. As in, like, of course I can hear myself. Anyway.
So Will is now leaving the room to get some sugar.
everything. Tell them about the freaking person you saw.
So there was a guy walking past the window. So we're actually looking outside the window onto a street, and the sugar is on the table.
In the living room.
Yes. Oh, he went to the kitchen. There's no sugar in the kitchen, honey.
Yeah, why isn't that sugar in the kitchen?
Because I already brought it to the living room so that you don't have to walk that far. I actually put it next to his mug.
Can I use the spoon in the sugar to stir?
Actually put the spoon there for you to take the sugar and then stir your tea.
So you actually know that I take sugar in my tea.
Of course I do, for fuck's sake.
Anyway, the sugar pot doesn't all look that much like a sugar pot, to be honest.
I don't know if people can hear you back there.
I think they can.
Okay.
I think they can. I've no clue, actually, but...
anyway.
there's some sort of acrobatics there.
I was telling them that there was a guy walking past the window and he was looking in and he was walking in the normal walking pace and then he slowed down for a couple of steps just going, what the fuck's going on here?
And then he looked in. He looked in. He looked in here.
Yeah, he looked in here, yes. I tried to wave, but he didn't.
You tried to wave.
Yeah, he
But my
continued
hand,
to
it just...
It was lazy. Anyways, so spoilers.
yeah.
I'm can I tell them something about you?
You can, just talk freely, yeah, sure.
We have sound effects now again.
I'm stirring my tea, yeah.
Okay, so Will
I
has
tried to shake it once, but that went wrong.
Will has a very weird thing about
X degree with
spoilers,
4th degree burns.
but it's not only about spoilers. It's about you can spoil things quite easily for him, right?
I'm actually
So let me give you, our dear listeners, give you an example. We went to watch The Hobbit,
Was it the
the
first one?
first one,
Yeah.
and I have seen it already. Well, I had seen it already, and I of course didn't spoil it because that would have been horrible. So I didn't say anything. Except when we were sitting in the cinema, I knew that there was a very cool character in there, played by a very cool actor.
Why do you say it so?
We both like him.
Yeah.
So I just told him that, oh wait, in the next scene, something brilliant is going to happen.
This is absolutely atrocious.
And he was really annoyed by that. And the thing that was going to happen was that Stephen Fry was in the movie.
Yeah, and I didn't know that.
No, but I didn't spoil it. I just said, look out for something great.
And the best thing is that as soon as Stephen Fry showed up, I had such a huge thing of, is that it? Am I still looking for something else?
Why?
I don't know.
And we had the same thing last week when we watched the
thing is, had I seen him at first, I would have gone, yeah, that is brilliant. Stephen Fry is in there. But now there is this doubt whether that's what I'm looking for. Is that what you want to share, or is it something else still?
So next time I should spoil it completely, saying, oh, by the way, the next scene there's Stephen Fry.
Yeah, but then I'd have a director reason to hit you. No, actually, the thing is, I think it's not the best thing to be so that you care so much about these things, as in that people care so much about spoilers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get over that and try to enjoy things more. But I don't know. It's just sometimes it's nice to have a surprise.
Yeah.
And that would have been a cool surprise, to be honest. What was the thing last week?
The last week was with the Big Fat Off Quiz of the Year, when you explicitly told me not to tell you anything, and then I was just...
Because, let us first explain that. We actually said that since we didn't have time really around New Year's, and I think it's aired somewhere very, very in the first week of January or something, right? So around the 5th or 4th or something.
Yeah.
We didn't have much time, so we said we'll make a date out of it and just watch it together, and none of us watches it beforehand. And Tom here, in his infinite wisdom, watched both of them in advance already. So I thought the least he could do was not spoil anything.
Oh, that didn't spoil anything. Again.
What did you do?
I just said they were talking
spoiling
about...
literally means ruining something for someone.
I know.
It's not just ruining a secret.
Yeah.
It's actively taking someone's joy away.
But I'm not taking joy away if I say
that's not
that
for you to decide.
the next thing you're going to see...
That's not for you to decide.
I said the next thing you're going to see is one of the best things I have seen this year. And then there was, I think, Dolly Parton playing the saxophone. This song that
I don't know, but I don't know how that works for you. But some people have. I remember that, for example, when we watched what's that film that we really both enjoyed, where people didn't like it that much? Anchorman 2.
Yeah.
For some reason, a lot of people around me said it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
And we watched it together, and we actually had no expectations whatsoever of that film.
Yeah.
We found it absolutely amazing. But for me, the other way around it goes as well. If people tell me something's absolutely brilliant, they completely overhype it. It always is.
But then you had expectations because people told you that it wouldn't be great, and still we had a lot of fun watching it.
But that's the thing. If they say it's not going to be that great, it's probably going to be better than I think.
Yeah.
And if they say it's going to be superb and extremely awesome, it's probably going to be less good than.
Yeah, I can understand
my expectations go up. And if someone tells me 2 seconds before a scene, this is the best thing I saw all year, I think to myself, wow. And then you get Dolly Parton and a certain saxophone. And you think, whew.
But I still like that. That was cool. Anyways, so we said that we would bring some features back. And one feature we have changed a little bit.
What?
Well, the news thing. So we still wanted to have the news kind of in it, but...
Yeah.
We call it different now, and
right.
We it's not really news. It's more like stuff that happened.
Okay, well, explain it to me.
It's called "How was your week, darling?" And basically that's what I'm doing. I'm asking you, "How was your week, darling?"
Well, okay.
Okay.
I mean, that's definitely one of the highlights.
That it was okay.
This is what?
Is the highlight that your week was okay?
No. I mean, this sitting here recording this is definitely one of the highlights. I don't know if that's a sad
okay.
Is that a sad thing? Does that make my life seem empty?
No. Now it makes perfectly sense. Perfect sense. Oh, Jesus, my language.
Actually, I had such a very, very good thing that last week I thought it was. I need to explain this. I'm not one of the most exercised human beings, fit and everything. I'm definitely not fat or anything, but I'm I actually am quite slim, but I'm really not.
Can I quote?
Well, yeah.
Quote, no, I have no muscles at all. End quote.
Yeah, that's what I said, I think. No, it came actually to be that I thought I want just I've tried going to fitness centers and everything. And fitnessing is not for me, not per se because of the sporting activities, but because of the incessant music they always play. And it's just, I like to listen to my own music. So either just switch it off so that I can listen to nothing, or I can just switch my own music on. But I don't want to switch on my music so loud that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought I can do stuff at home.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought about these exercises like, push-ups, sit-ups. And the push-ups actually went quite okay. I mean, I managed 10. I don't know if that's a lot.
That is a lot.
But
I think I would manage 3.
Oh, okay. I managed 10, which I was quite surprised by that, actually. And then I tried sit-ups.
Did you do ladies push-ups or proper push-ups?
I don't know. I put my on my toes and then my hands flat, and then you just...
Yeah, that's for men. Because if you're on your knees, then that's ladies push-ups.
What? No, just toes. And then and trying as far to the ground as possible.
Yeah, that's proper push-ups, yeah.
And I try to do set-ups, and as I remember how you should do them, it's laying flat on your back and arching your knees, but with your feet flat on the ground.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you have to go up without using your arms, as in setting off.
Yeah.
And my body actually should have certain muscles that make me, capable of making that movement. And I don't know where they are supposed to be installed or what exactly they are supposed to, make happen. But what happened is that my brain made sort of such an effort movement, and that was it. I didn't move an inch.
Okay, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Nothing at all.
That is brilliant.
So I don't even know where people say you have to train that more. I don't know. I can't start because there's just.
What can you train if there's nothing there to be trained?
No, but normally you could say you start things slowly. I mean, if you want to go run, you run for a meter and But I can't do. I mean, not even. I didn't lift anywhere.
Well, let's just say I think there's still hope for you because there's people who have been in a coma for years and they forgot how to. Well, they didn't
of
really
course,
forget.
But they get really therapy.
So do you need push-up therapy?
Not push-up, but sit-up, definitely.
Sit-up therapy.
Definitely, yeah. So if anyone knows someone or has some advice, I mean...
Jesus.
No, actually, I got some advice. I mean, you told me that earlier, by the way. That I don't know if that works, but you just lift
with the legs.
Legs straight and then try to lift your legs. And it's the same
It's supposed
muscle,
to be the same
muscles.
muscles.
And otherwise, there's always steroids.
But I think steroids also works only if there is something there to work on.
that's really almost an insult. Plus, they shrink your balls.
They do. Does it matter still?
For me,
yeah,
sure.
Okay.
I like my balls.
Okay. Yes. So that was your week. Okay.
Trying a sit-up, and this is the highlight.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sad.
No, that's fine.
So, darling, how was your week?
My week was I had a very, very strange.
Can I quickly tell you something? We thought about stuff that we wanted to talk about in advance, but I didn't know at all what Tom had, except for the fact that just now I read 2 words saying "living statue." So I'm as anxious as the listeners. I'm probably more anxious than the listeners.
Okay. So every morning when I drive to work, I drive past that living statue man. That is quite early in the morning. So we're talking 8 o'clock, 8:30.
What do you mean that living statue man? Such a.
There is a man standing on a box.
At 8:30 in the morning?
At 8:30 in the morning. And he tries to be a living statue. But he's absolutely rubbish.
What do you mean? He moves?
He's moving all the time. He hasn't understood. I think the concept behind a living statue is, and I have seen brilliant ones, especially in Barcelona. They're absolutely amazing.
Central Stuttgart as well.
They really look like a statue. They're completely painted. They're covered in paint. They wear costumes and they move. For example, if you approach them, if you get too close, or you throw money,
throw a coin,
exactly, then they move.
Yeah.
And he's just moving all the time. And he's not even trying to make it.
Does he look like a statue?
No, he's just wearing a hat.
Are you sure this is? Because you call them a living statue.
But I think that's what he's doing. I think
he's just
trying
a man
to.
on a box.
No, he's a man on a box, and he's wearing kind of.
Could it be one of these pole sitters, but then on a box?
No, wait. No.
He's just standing on the box for a bet.
There's not. Wait, let me. Can I finish my story?
I'm sorry,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm still getting to the weird point. That is the weird point.
Okay.
So he's constantly moving. So all he's doing, his show, in inverted commas, I'm doing that with my hands here and realizing that you can't see that, is that he's just moving all the time and he's waving at people, just hello, hi, and he's doing that usually.
But where is he?
And the town where I live, it's not a huge city, but it's also not a small
yeah.
city. So there's people walking by.
8:30 in the morning.
But it's probably the same 200 people walking past him every day.
Probably the other people going to work.
Exactly. There's no one else there. There is not much
Can't
tourism
you
going
stop
on.
and take a video once?
I can do that actually.
You should,
Oh, I
and
should
then
take a
upload it.
picture. Yeah, I
No,
don't.
not a picture because you
Oh, a video of the
a living
movements.
statue. A living statue.
Okay, that's
picture is
constantly
just,
moving. Okay,
that would be a statue.
But wait. It is getting worse. So he's moving all the time, waving.
Well, it's still
at
not
people.
done.
No, I'm still not done. I'm sorry. I'm still
Yeah,
getting
no,
to
no,
the.
no,
But
that's
you're
perfect.
interrupting me all
No,
the
that's
time.
perfect. I just thought
Okay.
it's already hilarious. So.
Okay, so the weird thing was that he's there all the time. So when I go to work and when I come back around usually 4 or 5 o'clock, he's still there. Yesterday,
Uh-oh.
he suddenly had a mustache.
What do you mean he suddenly had a moustache?
And I realized this is a different guy doing exactly the same things.
No way.
In exactly the same clothes. So there's two people and they share
Maybe.
position. Let me finish for once, for fuck's sake. And they're sharing the position of that kind of small, big city, fucking crappy living statue. And now it's getting worse.
Yeah.
That's a street where quite a few people are walking by. So he has some spectators. But if you continue to walk through the old town and you go through a rather small street, there is, and I swear to God that is true, there is another fucking crappy living statue.
Doing movements as well.
And he's also moving. And I think they just switched positions. So I think that's what happened.
No.
And the really scary thing is
Because
that
the one is the prime time spot.
I guess something is like that. And the scary thing is that if they go on a break, they leave their boxes there. So if you go there on lunchtime or something, you just see
the box.
There's just the box.
You can tell that this is not the biggest of cities.
This is absolutely atrocious.
And no one calls a bomb squad or anything saying there's a weird package. Because everyone knows it's the weird
Why,
fucking
it's
living
a
statue.
small town.
I
so-
actually thought for a second, because there's ones with a mustache all of a sudden, I thought maybe there's like 15 of them. And it just alternates between days. And just one of them has a mustache, so that, he stands out.
But he's so terrible. He's always moving his arms around his body and then just waving, saying hello, hello, and then people give him money. It's basically it's a beggar.
It's a nutter. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's
Can't you just, take a video of him once?
Yeah.
And then maybe a second video where you actually, tape him and then walk to the other side. But I don't know if that takes.
I can see what I can do.
What?
Yeah.
It's actually hilarious.
Yeah, it's absolutely weird. Coming back to spoilers, because that's our overall topic today.
Yeah.
A very weird thing that happened quite often last year, so in 2014, was that the official Facebook pages of beloved shows, such as The Walking Dead or also How I Met Your Mother, spoiled stuff for millions of people.
Mm-hmm.
In the case of The Walking Dead, I think it was by mistake. I think wasn't. I think there was a thing where it said "rest in peace" and then the name is character that died on the show.
Yeah.
But some part of America, of the USA, hasn't watched it yet.
No, the thing that happened was that on the West Coast, of course, they aired
Exactly.
2 hours earlier than on Central and
Yeah.
on Eastern Pacific time.
Yeah.
And what they did indeed was 1 hour after the show was saying that rip, rest in peace,
Yeah.
the one girl, I don't know,
Yeah.
Beth, I think it was. I haven't watched it, but
No clue.
I mean, I watched the first couple of seasons.
Do you know that we're actually spoiling here for other people, maybe?
Yeah, but that's the thing I have. If you haven't watched it yet, because for example, I haven't watched Breaking Bad, and I think someone spoiled it for me once.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my responsibility in that sense that if they know it, that I haven't watched it, and they tease me with it, that's annoying. But if they just bring it up in conversation, the thing is already over and done with for a couple of years,
Yeah.
and I didn't take the time to watch it. It's like people now not knowing who Kaiser Soze is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's something I never want to spoil for people because that could be too good.
Yeah.
But like the thing with Beth, the problem was just that they
So that would be The Usual Suspects, the film you want to watch. if
Kaiser
you-
Soze.
Exactly, if you
it
want
was
to
a very
find
good
out.
film, yeah.
Watch The Usual Suspects by Bryan Singer. Very
Is it
cool
Bryan
film.
Singer?
It is Bryan Singer.
Okay. Anyway,
It's a zinger.
Zinger, the Walking Dead thing. That it was just that They made a mock-up about it. I mean, Canada would have it a day later. Europe,
Yeah.
I think, a day or two later. And then, of course, that was a huge spoiler by
Yeah.
the... Yeah.
But even worse was with How I Met Your Mother, because a lot of people were waiting for the mother finally being revealed.
Oh, it's not,
And,
not known who the mother is.
It isn't until the last season. And they revealed it, I think, in a couple of hours until it was aired in America. But people, especially in Europe, who are waiting for the German version or the French version, they had to wait for weeks, if not months, until they could watch it. And then they suddenly see the picture of, oh yeah, by the way, that's the mom.
Weird.
And you just go, okay, thank you. I've
you,
just been
yeah.
watching 8 series to find out who she is. And then you present me with a picture.
It's annoying.
That is very
But I
annoying.
sometimes wonder if that's on something more American or something that not maybe, I don't know, general public like. Because, I mean, trailers are some form of spoiler
Yeah.
as well. But the
Yeah.
worst ever for me, well, not for me personally, wasn't that bad. But I could just not imagine because, of course, being in Europe, we don't have the same privilege as people in America that they, or Britain. Well, Britain we get because Germany doesn't, but the Netherlands they get BBC, so they get many very very many good series. Like
Yeah.
they can watch Sherlock when
Yeah.
it airs, in Top Gear,
Yeah.
for example. But in America, we can't watch that when it airs. So sometimes we are either obliged to wait or we have to use less conventional means. Which, of course, I'm not promoting here, but I still think, equal rights for all. It's a very huge base in Europe.
Yeah.
Give us the opportunity to pay for it and
Yeah.
make it easy. But
Yeah.
that's a different story. The thing was that I watched The Office, the last 2 episodes ever, and realized that there was some sort of special afterwards. So I downloaded the special as well, and it was just a sort of a cast reunion, making of, meeting the people in the village where the cast meets the people. It was such a huge convention thing, very cool. But you could show, or you could see actually how it was shown by the trailers and the sub things and the breaks in between. That in America they put that between the last and before last episode. So people watched, let's say, episode 21, the before last episode ever, then get such a behind the scene thing where they even talk about the last episode.
Oh,
And then you're going
fuck,
to
yeah.
watch the last episode.
Yeah, that is really annoying. Yeah,
So
that
weird.
sucks balls. Yeah.
Or you go to cinema, I once had that, and watched the film, and the trailer for the film was before the film started. And that's not, of course, that's not overkill or anything, but it just also just, so
Yeah, it
fresh in
shouldn't
your head
happen.
then. It's just
Yeah.
fucking weird.
Yeah. Time to bring back another beloved feature. It's time for Say What?
What do we do and say what?
Say What is when we speak different languages.
Oh, right, that's where I have to attempt some silly...
Really? Are you?
What?
Did you forget what we do in Say What?
No, I don't forget what we do and say what because I'm busy with it all week. But maybe the people that haven't listened to us for 2 weeks want a small reminder.
Yeah,
and instead
that's
of just constantly saying it the same term, I try to bring it more naturally,
Yeah. But you could also just go, you have to say what as well. It's
Dick.
not funny if I just say what?
I know, but I was just too late to the punch.
Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
So I found a sentence for you. It's again a bit of a tongue twister.
Oy.
It's one of my favorites. Can you read it?
Sort
can
of the
you,
microphone is in the way.
physically read it. I'm going to hold it like this.
Gib Opi niemals Opium, denn Opium bringt Opium.
Okay, see, that was way too simple. But do you know what it means?
Yeah, don't give Opi opium ever because opium kills Opi.
Okay.
This is a bit of a downer, isn't it?
This is indeed a bit of a downer.
So the sentence is, Gib Opi niemals Opium, denn Opium bringt Opium. I actually like it. It sounds like a song. Gib Opi niemals Opium, denn Opi brings Opium.
Okay.
Opium brings Opium.
Well, moving on. So I guess that's me.
Well, this is actually a quote by one of our... I think it's a quote, as in I found it on a list. I can't remember it being from him, but it's definitely his style. So it's a Dutch comedian from the East, or cabaretier, actually. And he has a very, very, very dry sense of humor.
Okay.
And this is one of the quotes of his.
Okay. This is a bit longer. Well, not
Yeah, and
really.
it's in conversational.
Okay, so person A says, oh god, bent u getrouwd? And person B says, nee, zegt de man, mijn schnolders konden geen kinderen krijgen.
Any clue what it means?
Are you married?
Ja, bent u getrouwd? Yes, are you
Okay.
married?
No, says the man. My couldn't get any children.
Yeah.
But what's
Schoonouders is parents in
Schoonouders.
law.
what's that?
Schoonouders?
What's that?
Parents-in-law. So mother-in-law, father-in-law.
Okay.
So he said, are you married? No.
Oh.
No, says the man, my parents-in-law couldn't get children.
So what it's supposed to sound like?
Bent u getrouwd? Nee, zegt de man. Mijn schoonouders konden geen kinderen krijgen.
Ben je getrouwd? Getrouwd? Getrouwd?
Trouwd, ja.
Getrouwd? Nee, zegt
Die
de
auto.
auto. Getrouwd?
Ja.
Nee, zegt de man. Do we say man? No.
Man, ja.
Man. Mijn schoonouders?
Schoonouders.
Schoonouders, that's a mean word. Schoonouders.
Schoon.
Schoon. Schoonouders konden geen kinderen krijgen.
Actually, that's tougher than I thought. I thought it would be quite easy.
Nee, zegt de man. Mijn schoonouders konden geen kinderen
Well,
krijgen.
people now here is just babbling.
I'm sorry,
it's
beloved
perfectly fine.
Dutchies, but that's all I can do.
But it's a lame joke.
It is, but I get it now.
Yeah, it's funny.
It is funny indeed.
Here's a lot of these things.
Very, very cool. So yeah, that was our beloved segment. Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
That sounded like Barry White. Or in this case, Barry what?
Barry Black. Is that racist?
What?
I always thought it was kind of racist as Barry White was black.
Racist to whom?
To everybody involved. Both
But could that
blacks
be
and
one of those slave names?
white.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Because they gave them specific names.
So you mean that his family was maybe then once called Makubi Patata, and they said that's
I don't
way
know
too complicated.
exactly that, but-
Just call him
No,
white.
that's not the thing. Eh? They did it before so that they couldn't get inheritances.
Okay. Right. I get what you mean. Right. So actually, I'm googling that now. I know we shouldn't be doing that. No.
Seriously, this is I can't. I don't have control over this. I can't stop him. He's just.
Why it would be interesting if you
Well,
did.
If it says why Barry White is called Barry White.
No, he was called Barry Eugene White,
Yeah, but
but he was born as Barons Eugene Carter.
he chose White himself.
He chose white himself.
Then we could actually consider that racist.
That is terrible.
No, that's not racist at all. I mean,
No, it's not, but it's weird. Why would you choose white as... And that picture right there, that was terrible.
well, it sounds very Barry White. I mean, it's quite a contrast.
Because he's black.
And he has such a dark voice and everything. Yeah, sure.
Yes, hello. Hello, ladies.
It doesn't sound like Barry White at all.
I know. I know.
It's like a porn reader or something.
I can only do the very weird beginning of I'm dreaming.
Is that Barry
of a
White?
White Christmas.
That's not Barry White, is it?
That's not Barry White, no. But I think I did that very well. So yeah, he was born Barry Eugene Carter, apparently.
You're just reading out Wikipedia.
But that would be...
This is sixth episode. This is going down.
Why?
I thought that last episode was bad because I was just basically mucking about in the end.
But that was... Why is that terrible now?
What, this?
Yeah.
Because you're reading out Wikipedia.
I was looking that up. I mean,
We could have a bonus episode around
But
it, by the way.
we have learned something now, right? We all listen to the episode and we go home and know, oh wow, he chose that name for himself. We call it.
I hope that the theory is true that you can only hold a select amount of information, and that in 20 years people want to remember some very cherished childhood memory, and they can't, but they can remember that Barry White is actually called Barry Eugene Carter.
That would be brilliant. That's kind of useless information that blocks your brain.
What, Barry Eugene Carter?
Exactly, yeah. Because now you said it that many. That
No,
often
that
that
Barry
it's just
Eugene Carter, you're never going
Barry
to get
Eugene Carter is going to
Barry
stay.
Eugene Carter for president.
Yeah, it's a bit late. I think he died.
Really?
I think he's dead. It's just one slide away, and I think he died. Yes, actually 2003 already.
Whoa, that's 12 years ago.
That's ooh,
Jesus.
hell.
I mean, Barry.
I didn't know. Seriously, I thought that. Yeah. Well, I thought maybe 2 or 3 years, but
I'm sorry, but I don't know the man.
Actually, if you look in the box behind you, there is a Barry White Best Of album in there.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, I own that. So, yeah, this episode was about Barry White.
was it? We're already done.
I don't know.
What
are we?
do we have such a thing where we end always in a rubbish fashion? Is
We
that
do.
our
we
thing?
do. It is our thing. We don't have endings. We don't know how to end.
We always, we know perfectly well how to end. We just don't do it.
Well, we could just.
We could wrap it up. Do you realize that for the last couple of episodes, we didn't even advertise ourselves anymore?
Oh crap!
Neither in the beginning nor the middle.
Yeah, we should do that in the beginning because people won't listen until the end.
Yeah. Also, we have 19 listeners that find us via Facebook, and those people.
Okay, so go to Facebook, like us on facebook.com/The Will and Tom Show.
Yeah, and just if you have anyone in your vicinity that that could like this, just
you can also share our page.
Yeah.
If you're not too embarrassed to show your friends that you're listening to crap like that, then hit the share button once. That would be
Share
nice.
button.
And if you hit the share button, then we will actually sing your name on air. This is a promise.
Oh right.
If you hit the share button, I don't know if Will's on board, but I think he is.
I'm on board.
We will actually sing your name in a little song.
Yeah.
There will be a thank you for sharing song.
Yeah.
Insert name here.
Yeah.
So this is a promise.
Yeah.
There will be music.
Yeah.
There will be dance.
But the dance.
There will be naked ladies and fireworks.
No, the naked ladies and fireworks I can't because I know that for fun, but I can't make promises on air that I can't keep.
And elephants in cakes.
No, we will sing. Honestly, we will sing your song on air.
Yeah, that is true.
We will sing a song on air with your name in it.
Yes.
A thank you for sharing song.
Yeah.
And
it will more likely be.
And it doesn't matter how many people do it.
No.
We will just and we don't make one song. We sing a song one time for each person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
so that is something we also have to promote on Facebook. Share us and get a personal song.
Yeah, it could very well be that it's not in exactly the same episode following the sharing.
No, if there's more than one guy sharing us, then...
Well, but also because we can't promise that sometimes we need to record double in a day. Because,
True. Yeah.
So we can't promise that, but we will definitely do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like that.
Actually, me too. So.
And we will write that on Facebook as well. So
www.facebook.com/The Will and Tom Show.
Exactly. Find us on YouTube. I think on YouTube we are also The Will and Tom Show, right?
Yeah, but I YouTube is just still, I think, better to go through the links from Facebook.
We are on Twitter.
Yeah, tweet us at Will and Tom Show.
Exactly.
Just at Will and Tom Show.
Yes.
And write to us at hotmail.com at...
The Will and Tom Show.
At hotmail.com.
Exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
So that was episode 6. Spoilers.
That was episode 6, spoilers.
In which I think we didn't spoil all too much.
No. I think it went quite well.
Yeah.
So thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Have a nice weekend. And listen, hear you, see you.
Talk to you soon.
Well, yeah, we talk to you.
Hopefully we'll read you soon.
Ooh.
Right? If they write to us.
Smell you soon. I would like to smell our listeners.
Well, I know quite some of our listeners.
So you think you could get some smell samples?
I meant more that I know what they smell like.
Oh.
Some of them at least. But maybe I could get some smell samples.
Okay, this is
I'm
gone
going to
wrong.
try.
It was so nice. We said thank you for listening and listen to you, Ned.
And who started with the smelling?
I think it was probably me.
I think so too. For once, it wasn't me.
Oh, that's actually Barry White.
What?
Oh, for once in my life. No, that's Stevie Wonder. That was really racist now because just mixing up one black singer with another black singer. While one was fat, the other one was blind.
But it's only racist if you make it racist.
I know, I just made
because
it
Because it's just...
No, but for once in my life is Stevie Wonder. If you want to know more about Stevie Wonder, go to Wikipedia.
And then to Stevie Wonder. Anyway, we thank you for listening to us.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed the 6th episode.
Yeah.
And next week, the 7th.
Exactly.
And maybe somewhere a bonus episode if we think of something to do. I really would like that still,
Yeah.
Maybe the accent episode could be a bonus
I understood
episode.
the boner episode.
No, that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it is.
Actually, something you can look forward to. I think the accent thing might be funny, especially if you bring Ronnie back. So that could be a good idea.
Yeah. So shall we spoil that quickly? Shall we spoil that quickly?
What?
The accent episode. What we want to do.
I actually wanted to spoil something else.
Okay.
I talked about something else quickly.
Yeah, sure.
Because we have our 10th episode coming up quite quickly.
Yeah, in 4 weeks.
Exactly. So, and that we need to celebrate.
Right.
And I would suggest that we because I think that would be something quite a good topic because we always want to do a car show. Yeah. Why not make our 10th episode about cars? It has nothing to do with the fact that it's our 10th episode.
No, that was
okay. The 10th episode will be about the number 10.
That's better.
That's better. See, that's how we
look
work.
up facts We're going to look at fun facts about the number 10.
Exactly. Everything that's 10.
Everything that's 10.
Exactly.
Good.
Very good. Have a nice weekend.
Yeah.
Talk to us on Facebook, on Twitter.
Mail us at Hotmail.
Stalk
Look us up on
follow
YouTube.
us. Exactly.
Leave comments. And share for crying out loud and get your own personal song.
Exactly. Hey, that's how we roll.
Whoop whoop. Bye bye, people.
Bye.